I call upon our student orator, Edward Buckton, MSc.
Good afternoon, gathered friends. I said, good afternoon, gathered friends. Honestly, you've all just graduated. You can't follow a simple instruction. Okay. What a joy it is to share this moment with you. Towards the end of last year, postgraduate students heard Professor Tina Harrison speak at a celebration event. She described the University of Edinburgh as a family, which we, as alumni, will always be a part of. The genius of this metaphor, I think, is that families aren't merely gatherings. They also have a temporal dimension. They are lineages. The love of a family extends not only through space, but through time as well. Our university has a history extending back 440 years. Hundreds of thousands of students have walked its halls, sought its knowledge, earned its accreditation. They've questioned, debated, laughed while nursing whiskey, studied whilst nursing hangovers. Students with lives vastly different from ours today, but with whom we share this connected thread. Being a philosophy student, I've spent a lot of time thinking, well, just thinking actually, but specifically thinking about dead people. Beings, artists, thinkers, who are no more than dust and bones, but whose words and lives, like the hands of an architect, shape the contours of our minds. Amongst these figures is the ancient Greek Thaumaschius, but not because of his work. Instead, it is his position that captivates me. Thaumaschius was the last head of the academy in ancient Athens. That's the academy, which is to say, the institution that held the presence of Plato, Aristotle, Lasphenia, and, at least once, Diogenes holding a chicken. But Thaumaschius was the final head of the academy, before it was closed by the elites of the time. A centuries-long history flushed away. I find myself thinking of his final cohort, with whom those last gifts of wisdom and inquiry were shared, and contemplating our similarities. When we look at the news, we see a maelstrom of anti-intellectual politicians and plutocrats. We hear from pundits who are tired of experts. Warmongers twist higher education institutions into propaganda machines, justifying atrocities in Ternopil or Bohodhiv or the Gaza Strip. And it is associations with their perpetrators, I'm afraid to say, that ought to cause our institution profound remorse. But I digress, for indeed the whole world's ideal of the university seems to have stumbled. And I'm sometimes anxious that we, this decade's students, might likewise be some of the last to receive our lecture's intellectual blessings, propagated over 4.5 centuries. So, as I said to my dissertation supervisor, it's not hard to imagine that we and Thaumaschius' students might feel similarly. Frustratingly, despite being a researcher in philosophy of time travel, he didn't take the initiative to go back and ask for me. But, like a church, a university is principally defined by its populace. So perhaps I need only to look at my peers to be reminded that my fears are unnecessary. I understand that today I am joined by students from the schools of philosophy, psychology, language sciences, architecture, the history of art, and more. Topics we've researched have included animal automata, children's well-being, Martin Luther King, psychedelics, memorial benches, feminism, medieval tapestries, constructivist ethics, euthanasia, evolution, emotions, music, factive conditions, Wittgenstein, aliens, that's me, and so much more. And this extends beyond the schools gathered here today. I befriended astrobiology students analysing rocks from other worlds, hunting for answers to the deepest questions about our existence. I've spoken to religious scholars probing their most literally sacred beliefs in search for truth. I've met business students. In short, the spirit of inquiry continues to burn brightly. My peers are beginning to scatter. Some are taking work, PhDs, research projects. Some are travelling. Some are returning to family. Some are pursuing dreams, and others are finding their feet. But what all of us have in common is this. We are not destined for dull. Don't you dare settle for dull. Perhaps we won't find ourselves in the lecture hall or laboratory. Perhaps our work won't be rhetorical or artistic. But however cruel and unpredictable the world might become, the gifts you have been given, that you have fought for, are inviolable. Knowledge, empathy, ambition, patience, skepticism, and curiosity. Virtues that can inform everything you do, colour your surroundings, and brighten the world. To paraphrase my intellectual hero, Carl Sagan, academia is a candle in the dark. Compared to our time at Edinburgh, to our classes and friendships, a degree is mere paper. Thank you for sharing that time with me. Thank you. Now, you might notice in the next few moments that I seem to become more eloquent and less troublemaking. That's because this next bit is written by the Vice-Chancellor, so thank you very much. In the next few minutes, please join us in 3 rounds of applause. I know I had trouble with that too. Thank you. The first round of applause will be for today's graduates. You have so much to be proud of, and we hope many memories to cherish about your time at Edinburgh. Take joy in your achievements and nurture the friendships you made. While you've completed one stage in your educational journey, do not see it as an ending. On behalf of the University of Edinburgh and the Students' Association, we offer our heartfelt congratulations to you all. So please join me in the first round of applause for our amazing graduates.
The second round of applause will be for the staff of the University of Edinburgh. This includes our academic staff, some of whom are here on the stage with us today. Also, these academic staff have taught and mentored and helped you over the years, sometimes nagged you and cajoled you as you've studied in your time in Edinburgh. Graduation is a highlight of their year as well, and they take great pride in your achievements. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to all of our wonderful professional and technical staff, including the staff here who help us with the graduation ceremonies. During your studies, they will have served you in our cafes, helped you find a much-needed library book, supported labs, projects and showcase events, and greeted you as they greet me with a warm smile on a cold, dark Edinburgh morning. Our Students' Association also work tirelessly on behalf of our students And members of our University Court and General Council support us in our ambitions to make the University of Edinburgh a fantastic place for students and staff. Thank you to all of them, and indeed thank you to all of the individuals and organisations, including those outside of the university, who give so generously of their time and expertise to support our Edinburgh community. Please join us in thanking the staff of the University of Edinburgh.
The third round of applause is our favourite, and the one I challenge you to make the longest and loudest. It is for your loved ones, for all the people who have supported you before you came to university, whilst you've been here, and who will continue to support you in the future.
Many of them will have made sacrifices for you and watched from afar, sometimes nervously, as you navigated your time here at Edinburgh. All of them will be sharing in your joy today with deep admiration for your accomplishments. This is their day as well, and I hope you'll give them all a really big hug later on. We should remember all those people that cannot be here for one reason or another. Some are no longer around, some are unable to be with us. Some of those may be joining online. But for the loved ones that are here, I'd like today's graduates to stand up, turn around and give them the loudest and longest round of applause. And last but not least, please join me in thanking Edward. Well done. On behalf of the Senators Academicus, I declare the ceremony closed. Will those of you that are able, please stand.